the best team in the NFC through 6 weeks is which for you? Who do you take?
Yeah, the Cardinals have earned that right. The way that their defense is playing, obviously Kyler's playing at an incredible level. They're like this powerful finesse offense. It's so finesse because of their skill position players, but they can beat you up physically. I still say that there's three teams that at least have earned the right to be in that conversation, or, I would bet on being part of the mix as well. Tampa, because they're going to get healthy. The Dallas Cowboys are absolutely real, and the Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah, man. I mean, the Cowboys, the reason why I think they're Super Bowl contenders is we finally have seen depth of roster. We're finally seeing it. And not just depth of roster, but separation of roster. They're that good. And I know nobody really wants to give credit to what the Cowboys have done drafting, but that kid, Trayvon Diggs, is so special, and Parsons appears to be another special kid. Cedric Wilson, Pollard, taking pressure off of the guys in front of them on the depth chart. I mean, they're deep, man. They are very deep on that team.
Yeah, Rich, I completely agree. And I think a thing, too, is, so number one, you are not going to outcoach them offensively or defensively. You're just not. I mean, even the Matt LaFleur's and the Green Bay Packers or the Sean McVays and you're not going to you're not going to whoop them coaching style in that game, right? With Kellen Moore and Dan Quinn. That's number one. Number two, talent-wise, they're up there with anybody. I mean, they are. Number three, and this is an adamant part for me, their quarterback has gone to a different level this year. Their quarterback was not the level of playmaker that Dak Prescott is right now. The only way you go on the road, you're -2 in turnovers, and you have 10-plus penalties and win is your quarterback plays brilliant football. And he was brilliant, and it's because of the playmaking and then the clutch. What's not getting talked enough about today, and I tried to talk about it on Get Up this morning, 4th and 4 completion to Cedric Wilson on the drive that they end up kicking the game-tying field goal is a big-time play. 3rd and 25 in the NFL is, what do we always hear broadcasters say? Well, what's the call for 3rd and 25?
Right.
You're not supposed to get 24 yards on 3rd and 25. You get 12, 14, you feel great. The 3rd and 25 by Dak is it's incredible. And then obviously the game-winning touchdown is a special play because they ran that formation 9 times. It's the only time they ran that formation with that action in that game yesterday 9 times. The only time he threw that ball to CeeDee Lamb was on that game-winning play.
So where are they going to get out coached then, Dan?
Yeah, I think it's fair. I think it is fair to talk about some of the stuff with Mike McCarthy and clock management. I don't think yesterday is the game to talk about it.
I had a problem with them kicking Zerline on the spot with 2:40 to go. New England's got 1 timeout and the 2-minute warning left. You got them right where you want them. You're right in the middle of the plus side of the field. I mean, you've got all 3 timeouts left. You feel confident in being able to stop Mac Jones the way the defense is playing. You go for it, man. You go for it. You make Bill burn that final timeout. You take it down to the 2-minute warning. You got yourself a 3rd and manageable best you can, right? 3rd and manageable best you can. You could even pick up the first down on that 2-minute warning potential right before the 2-minute warning, the way that Zeke's running the ball, Pollard's running the ball.
Yep.
Dial it up and then just take it right down to the end, and you give Zerline an easier kick right there with like 30 seconds left in the game. I mean, unless you think like I got to get, I don't know, man. I had a problem with that one, big time.
I don't all that disagree with you. It's not as no-brainer black and white for me. Like, I understand and see where you're coming from in regards to, okay, let's go for it, because if we don't make it, we can get the ball back. I believe in our defense. Yeah. But I would say this. They went for it on 4th and 1 twice before in that football game. Obviously, once in the first drive they get stopped. They go for it again, I think, in the second or third drive, and they should get stopped again. Zeke just makes the play. And I don't know if that had given them some hesitation of, hey, because they didn't run the ball well yesterday. They were met physically by New England. And I think, as much as we can sit here and say, well, if we don't get it, then our defense can go make the stop. And but that could be the same thing with the missed field goal. Hey, let's throw him out there to see if we can go take this lead and put pressure on their young quarterback. And guess what? If he doesn't make this, I feel just as good about us making those stops and getting the ball back, which obviously the Diggs interception is a big part. It's very, very gray to me.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.